Hi there, Ashley here with We Make Systems Sexy. So today I'm here to talk to you about SOPs. You know that SOPs are my love language if you have been around here any amount of time. So I want to talk to you about why SOPs are so important and how you can use SOPs to stop team confusion and to direct your team in a way that feels authentic and organic. So let's talk about a few interesting points. I have 5 listed out here that we're going to discuss. Why SOP manuals are so important for you and your business and can truly take the drama out of running the business and working with your team. So number one, when you bring on new hires, SOPs are the go-to for training and using as basically as your tutorials. Rather than having someone sit around and watch a bunch of videos that are easily outdated and often long-winded, and I'm guilty of that too. SOP manuals can be concise but very clear. So you would use your SOP manual to make sure you're training your team members on how to perform these specific tasks and processes, and it serves as kind of the guide that your onboarding team members go through. You have that kind of consistency, which brings me to the next point, which is consistency. That across your team, no matter who is assigned to these tasks, they're always going to be doing it in the same way because they have the written way with images, with videos linked if necessary, showing exactly how the task should be carried out. It's not every man for themselves. It's going to be very clear how you want things done, which means it's going to be to your standard each and every time. SOPs are also really important as a reference tool. So it can be serving your team as a reference guide to check if they know the process, but maybe they're unsure about one little detail. And again, that's the disadvantage of having these stored as videos as opposed to something that someone can just skim through really quickly, is then having to find where that one little doubt is in that 20-minute video, right? So much easier to scan a document when they're really familiar with the process, but they're just missing that one thing. This is also really great when someone takes leave, maternity leave, sick leave, surgery leave, they're out, whatever, for whatever reason, and somebody else needs to take up the slack. Maybe they've done that task before, but it's been some time and they do need that quick little refresher. SOPs are also really great, almost serving as your KPI, so your team member evaluation. You can use your SOPs and your SOP manual to evaluate your team's performance against what's actually documented. So are they doing the thing that's documented, and are they making mistakes? Is it because the SOP needs to be updated, or is it because they're not following the SOP? And that gives you a whole lot of information back to be able to process that information and do a really clear evaluation of your team members. And then the last point would be process improvement. So in this edition of our newsletter, I'm going to be doing a video about this, about why I love using my SOPs for process improvement. But I do want to make clear that when you're getting started, you should document first and optimize later. You should not go and document and then try to optimize, because you will never get done and you will never get these things documented. So when once you start documenting your SOPs, one thing that I would recommend, and I'll show you this in the video, is to then set up an automation to remind you to review those SOPs every 3 months, basically quarterly, right? So have the person who's responsible for doing that actual task go in and just review and make sure that it's up to date, that the software hasn't changed, that your process hasn't changed, etc. And then that's when you can start thinking about how can we optimize this. Once the thing is documented, once you're seeing how it's actually working, then you can come back and do your optimization. So again, document first, optimize later. So if you are a person who is really scaling your business, trying to hire, you've hired, maybe you feel like you still have that drama in the team and that team confusion, you may want to talk to us about our SOP Manual VIP Day. There are some major benefits to having this SOP Manual VIP Day. Number one, you get that instant gratification of getting your most important VIP SOPs built out in one day. the ones that are most going to benefit your team and the new team members coming in. And you get a roadmap for the SOPs that I would recommend by doing an audit of your business that need to be taken care of next down the line. You're going to be taught how to keep these things up to date, how to then go in and optimize your SOPs for continued growth. And again, I highly recommend it if you are at that stage in your business where you need to grow and you feel so held back because it's all on you, or you're so concerned about the making of mistakes, which we all are. If alternatively, you're looking for somebody to come in and actually do a full audit of the SOPs that you currently have or the processes that you have, maybe you don't actually have SOPs and you're wanting to build out that SOP manual, please contact us, because an SOP audit is also something that we do offer. Even if you have a team member that you want to build it out for you, SOP audits are something that we also specialize in as well. So if you have questions about what that looks like, please comment below, shoot me a DM, and hop in that newsletter, because again, this month we're going to be talking about how we can actually link our SOPs into ClickUp and have it automated so that we're going to be optimizing every 3 months on our processes. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.